a football team, when you have a one big superstar like Lionel Messi or like a Cristiano Ronaldo, at Portugal we don't see the players do it anymore. They used to, but this time they're focusing on more individualism. They're giving the balls to players that they think and have confidence in that will score. And sadly, Cristiano Ronaldo isn't a part of that. Do you think that the poor performances will hamper Cristiano in Qatar with Portugal? Right? There's been calls for a lot of people to drop him. Fernando Santos has been saying, no, like why would you drop Cristiano Ronaldo? But the fans are clamoring to give the youth a chance, and I can't blame them for it.
Yeah, I mean, Cristiano hasn't had the best national break with Portugal. He started, but has not really played very well. Cristiano does not look like the player he was last season, which is a huge shocker. He was fantastic, scored 18 Premier League goals, a really, really bad Manchester United side. So, and he's still one goal off 700 career club goals. So hopefully he can get that soon. Again, Santos is not going to drop him because he's Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, that name goes far. If you ask Scolari to drop Messi, he'll say the same thing. He's Lionel Messi. I'm not dropping him. I'm not taking that on my head. You can fire me, hire someone else, and get them to drop him. That's not going to work. Certain players just get that special prejudice, and for the youngsters who are coming through who could play, I mean, sure, you could put João Felix through the middle, you could invert Rafa Leao and push Guerrero forward and have Kante start at left, but there are many options that Santos could do. He has a lot of options, and this World Cup could do two things. It could either make Ronaldo better, it could show up Santos of how tactical he could be with a talented squad.
Alright, I'm inclined to agree with you there. Hopefully we can see Ronaldo return to his best soon, especially being Manchester United fans. But yeah, he's not the best right now, and let's hope that he can turn it around. Moving on, Chelsea FC has signed Christopher Nkunku for the fee that I'm seeing is 58 million euros. That's 52 up front plus add-ons, which essentially said, so I believe about 58 is the fee. Christopher Nkunku absolutely started up for this time in the Bundesliga for RB Leipzig. He's done absolutely amazing for a youngster. Do you think that he'll succeed at Chelsea? There's been a lot of questions about whether youngsters can succeed at Chelsea, because we know the case. Conor Gallagher hasn't been given much game time, right? Mason Mount, right? The likes of Hakim Ziyech, they're not being given the ample chance that I think that they deserve. So there's been a lot of questions about Christopher Nkunku, and will he be given that chance by Graham Potter? What do you make of this one?
Well, the only comment I really have on that is that the last time a Bundesliga high scorer left Leipzig and went to Chelsea, it didn't really end that well, and Timo Werner did not go well. So I would think Chelsea would have to rethink this decision. It's not too late, but they would have to rethink it. Maybe Potter can do something different than what Tuchel and Lampard did with my boy Timo, but it's a great move for Nkunku. He's gonna get the exposure. He's gonna be in the best league in the world. He's gonna be playing against defenses with the Butcher, with Rafa Varane, with Virgil van Dijk. Even though he's not in form, he's gonna go up against players like Ruben Diaz. So he's gonna test himself. Will he stay? Oh, I think he'll be putting in a transfer request after 2 games. But it's a good move for Chelsea nonetheless.
Alright, I think we just have to trust Bowley with this decision.
You can't trust Bowley. He's American.
Yeah. We just have to trust Bowley that he'll actually get the deal over the line first before seeing anything. Deal in principle, pen to paper, not just it. With that into consideration, we'll be talking about another player right now, which I think hasn't necessarily lived up to his potential. And the man that I'm talking about, of course, is Manchester United's very own Marcus Rashford. I've seen reports lately saying that the player could leave the club upon the end of his contract, and get this, for Arsenal. Right? I'm lost for words at this one, because it's not only one site. I've seen I've seen multiple credible sources post this up. And another shock option really is Real Madrid. The European champions are looking into the young winger to see if they can find a way to integrate him into the system. As we know, on the left side in Madrid, there's not really much to offer except for Eden Hazard or Vinicius Jr. Well, Vinicius is a big show, but you need to give Vinicius a bit sometimes. What if he gets injured? You need to have an replacement, and Hazard just isn't that kind of guy anymore. Do you think that Rashford renews? Do you think he goes to Arsenal, Real Madrid? Which one do you think is the most probable scenario in this case?
I think Marcus stays at Man United. Eric Ten Hag really likes him. Eric Ten Hag considers him untouchable, as Fabrizio reported a couple of days ago. Will he sign a new contract? We're going to have to wait until the summer, because Ten Hag has stopped the board from giving out any contracts at this point in time, waiting for the season to end. He wants players to earn their contracts. Rashford was close to PSG, but Ten Hag stepped in, didn't want to lose the player. We know Mbappe really idolizes Rashford in a way. They'd love to bring him there. For him to go to Arsenal, I've seen it on FIFA many times, so it would not be shocking at all. I've seen it in FIFA, from FIFA 16 up to now. I've seen him leave Man United for Arsenal, so it's nothing new from me. My personal opinion on Marcus Rashford, I don't think he's as good as people think. I keep telling people, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a damn good coach to make people believe Marcus Rashford was a top 5 left winger in the world for 2.5 years. He's a really good coach for doing that, because Rashford ain't it. Rashford is not even the best left winger at Manchester United.
I still remember the days when him and Martial were bagging 20 goals a season, and we honestly thought they could replicate it the season after. Oh, how naive we were! How naive us United fans were in those much more simpler times.
Yes.
Aside from that, we will be talking about another superstar past his prime, and that man is Antoine Griezmann. The Frenchman is currently on loan at Atleti from Barcelona. He hasn't made exactly an amazing impact that he has, but I think the two clubs are really close on coming to a deal. Fabrizio reported on it. However, Arsenal seems to have just took themselves in the fray. I realize that Arsenal are trying to literally knock everybody right now. They're basically the Chelsea this episode. But do you think that Griezmann go to Atleti if Arsenal match the price that Barcelona want for Griezmann? As you know, Atleti is a rival. To let go one of your main strikers to a rival is not a good move. And that's the price that Barcelona want, especially considering their financial restraint right now. Do you think that this deal could go ahead?
Well, right now, it's really difficult to tell. I mean, the price that Barcelona wants, Atletico are really unwilling to meet. If it can be negotiated, Arsenal can offer him the better project than Atletico Madrid. I know he loves Spain, but wouldn't it be great to see Griezmann, Saka with Jesus up front? That would be a wonderful front three to see. And any team, actually, in any team, not just at Arsenal. But Arsenal have been in for a lot of players. They've been in for a lot of players. Will they keep going for other players? They brought back up the Vlahovic links, which I thought were absolutely ridiculous. They got Jesus as their man, and that's the end of the striker situation. But they may be looking to improve upon Martinelli on the left wing. Maybe Griezmann, maybe Yeremy Pino, who knows? Maybe Arnaud Danjuma from Villarreal. It's going to be a really, really tough time, but we're going to have to wait and see in the summer. If he does perform well at the World Cup, then we're going to have a huge, huge thing to deal with.
Yeah, and that's if he does perform well. Right now, it's a very delicate situation for Antoine. Moving on to the final subject of today's transfer roundup, and that is to the youngster Benjamin Sesko. I'm not too familiar with him. I do know that he's 19 and I do know that he plays for Leipzig, right? But apparently he's been linked with Manchester United and a host of other English clubs. As I said, I personally don't really know him like that. Do you know the player? Do you? I know that you know the player. right? You're just that guy that knows literally everyone from everywhere. Sesko, is he a good fit for Ten Hag system?
Alright, so
Enough to come to United.
Seshko was supposed to be my player for the day. Anyway, let me just give you the lowdown. Seshko was at RB Salzburg. He was supposed to be moving to an English club, either United, Newcastle or Chelsea. But, you know, corruption within the Red Bull organization leads to, instead of getting 50 million from Chelsea, he goes to like 5 million euros plus add-ons. You know, Red Bull want to keep a player. He's dubbed the next Erling Haaland. Very, very simply, he's dubbed the next Erling Haaland. I've seen him. He is the next Erling Haaland physically. Finishing wise, I have not watched as many games. It's really hard to keep up with the Bundesliga when Premier League times do collide at that point. So, but Seshko in a Ten Hag system would be fantastic. Young player, he could easily slot in. I mean, he could learn a thing or two from Ronaldo first, but he could easily slot into that centre forward role. The English clubs are not going to ease up. They're going to go back for him in January. They're going to go back for him in the summer. Benjamin Sesko is going to be a name you're going to keep hearing until he's in the Premier League. Man United were out there for him. You know, they were out front. Didn't really bid. Chelsea bid. But as I said, Red Bull corruption kept the player in the Red Bull organization instead of having him leave. They're trying to get more money for him when it does come around. Or even if they can hold him past that. Would Seshko, apart from United, be good at Chelsea? Well, Chelsea have Aubameyang now, so I don't think they will be looking for a striker. They want to bring in Nkunku, who does play in that role. And the way Potter plays it, a false nine is what he does majority of the time with Trossard. So maybe they don't need to go for Seshko. Newcastle have spent 70 million euros on Isaac, so I don't expect them to go in for a striker. United still need a striker. I think they will go back in for him, especially you look at the rest of the teams in the top 6. They all have a recognised number 9 who's banging in goals, barring Darwin Nunez. But, you know, everyone else is banging in goals as a young striker who can take over. Well, I think Seshko would be fantastic for a Ten Hag system. Just the type of player Sebastian Haller was at Ajax.
Alright, well, you've heard Jackson's verdict. Look out for them guys. Look out for Benjamin Sesko, everyone. But with that being said, I have to wrap up the segment now. And the show, as per usual, thank you for everyone who tunes in and watches these live, or also watches us, or also listens to us via podcast on Spotify, GC Sports. You can also find us on YouTube. You can also find us on Twitter at GZ_sports. As I said, the amount of love and support that me and Jackson's been getting is absolutely amazing. We're super grateful for everything, and we just want to say to please keep it up. Please we love the fan interactions especially. So, you know, drop a like, subscribe, share, anything. Right? It'll be greatly appreciated. Jackson, is there anything you'd like to before we close up?
Final thoughts. I have no idea. I'm going to take like 15 seconds. Tua Tagovailoa is still in concussion protocol. Remember the hit he got. Remember the protection he needs. There are doctors saying he should retire from the league now. Cut his losses. Retire now. Save himself. Hopefully, the independent doctor has been fired. The doctor at Miami has been fired. So, hopefully Tua does come out of this. Can walk again. Can talk again. Really, really hope.
Yeah, hopefully. We had to see a player down, and hopefully he recovers and comes back to his regular self. And with that being said, that has been GZ Sports with your boy Randy Savage and Jackson Bryan. Tune in next time. Love and peace.
Soon.